Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Like everyone else has figured out who they are, but you're still waiting for your personality to arrive? You're not depressed exactly. You have friends, you get out of bed, life isn't terrible, but it feels like you're an NPC in your own life, completing side quests while everyone else is on their main storyline. If this resonates, you're not alone. And more importantly, there's a specific reason why this happens and concrete steps to change it. Personality isn't some mysterious quality you either have or don't have. It's actually defined by 3 specific things: how you interpret situations, how you react internally, and how you behave in response. Think about it this way. 2 people at a bar. Someone across the room raises a glass toward them. One person gets excited and raises their glass back. The other gets anxious and tells their friends it's time to leave. Same situation, completely different responses. That's personality. So why do some people feel like they have none? Through working with hundreds of individuals struggling with this issue, 3 consistent patterns emerge. Pattern 1, extreme risk aversion. These individuals avoid making any decision that could be wrong. They constantly calculate what's best rather than what they want. Should I change careers? Too risky. Should I try that hobby? What if I'm bad at it? Their entire life becomes about avoiding mistakes rather than exploring possibilities. Pattern 2, comfort as the highest priority. If something works adequately, they never change it. Uncomfortable situations are avoided at all costs. The motto becomes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, even when not broken means deeply unfulfilling. Pattern 3, identity through identification. Instead of discovering who they are, they adopt pre-made identities. They join groups and let those groups define them completely. I'm a gamer. I'm into anime. I belong to this political party. Their entire personality becomes a borrowed costume rather than something genuine. Here's what's really happening beneath the surface. Many people grow up in environments where individual expression gets suppressed. This is especially common in certain cultural contexts where conformity is valued over exploration. The internal voice sounds like this: don't do what you want. Do what's right. Don't pursue what interests you. Pursue what's valuable. Don't take risks. You might fail. Over time, this conditioning creates an internal rule book that overrides natural impulses. You feel drawn towards something, and immediately, a voice shuts it down. That's impractical. That's selfish. That's not optimal. The result? You never actually test yourself. You never stretch your capacities. You never put yourself in situations where you might discover what you're capable of, because that would require risk, discomfort, and the possibility of failure. Some people I've worked with literally fantasize about disaster scenarios because at least then they'd be forced to discover who they really are. I wish there was a zombie apocalypse. Either I'd rise to the occasion or I'd be gone. Anything but this gray existence. Real personality development isn't about finding the right group to join or the right label to adopt. It's about a specific process of internal and external exploration. Here's how to actually do it. Step 1. Notice your automatic patterns. Start paying attention to your internal rulebook. When you wake up tomorrow, watch for these 3 thought patterns. Risk aversion. I shouldn't do that because. Comfort seeking. I'll just stick with what's familiar. Value over desire thinking. This is what I should do, not what I want. Write them down when they appear. Don't judge them, just notice them. Step 2. Acknowledge what you actually want. This sounds simple, but it's revolutionary for people stuck in this pattern. When you notice yourself thinking, I should do X, pause and ask, but what do I actually want to do? Not what's optimal, not what's safest, what genuinely appeals to you, even if it seems impractical or wrong. Step 3. Give yourself permission to choose differently. Start small. Pick one low-stakes situation where you can choose desire over optimization. Maybe it's ordering what you actually want at a restaurant instead of what's healthiest. Maybe it's spending an afternoon on something purely because it interests you. The goal isn't to make reckless decisions, it's to break the pattern of only making correct ones. Step 4. Stretch your capacity intentionally. This is crucial. Personality develops when you discover you're capable of more than you thought. But if you only do things you're already good at, you never make that discovery. Pick something that genuinely challenges you, not something impossible, something where success is uncertain. Run a race that's longer than comfortable. Try a hobby where you'll be a beginner. Have a conversation that makes you nervous. The point isn't to win, it's to test yourself and get real feedback about who you are under pressure. Step 5. Stop looking for external identity. As long as you're trying on masks, maybe I'm this type of person, maybe I'm that type, you're not discovering your actual self. Your personality emerges from your genuine responses to real situations, not from which group you identify with. When you follow this process, something shifts. Not overnight, but gradually. You start having genuine reactions to situations instead of calculated ones. You develop preferences that come from experience rather than borrowed from others. You discover capacities you didn't know you had. Your personality isn't something you find. It's something you build through the courage to be tested, the willingness to be uncomfortable, and the permission to want what you actually want. Start with one small choice today, not the optimal choice, not the safe choice, the choice that genuinely appeals to you, even if you can't fully explain why. That's where your personality begins. Subscribe. Future you will thank you.